find a way to make that work as well. Like, I've been at Namaste in particular, there were times where I couldn't work on a crew with somebody. The good news was there were 10 crews, and I could say, well, I'm going to go work on this other fucking crew. But we need to have a mutual respect and professionalism when we're all working together. And if that can't exist, then, you know, it's going to have to be resolved. And right now what I'm hearing mostly, it has to do with issues related to you.
Yeah, it does seem that way. I don't think anybody expressed this before today, but, you know.
Are you surprised that people feel this way?
A little bit, yeah. You know, it's been a pretty roughneck crew, so like the language thing especially doesn't seem like it should be even a question. You know, everybody is equally disrespected out here, so I will.
Does anybody else feel disrespected by anybody but John? How many people feel like they've been disrespected by John? So I think your assessment of the situation is inaccurate.
Okay, I'm sorry for that. I will. Would you like me to leave, or?
I think you need to demonstrate that you get the message here today from the crew, or you'll be asked not to come back.
Sure.
At the very least.
Absolutely.
I think that doesn't mean that still can't happen, but at the very least, I think this very clear message has been delivered.
And so when we come into situations like last night, how would you like me to handle that, though?
I can't. It's hard for me to say because I wasn't there, so okay. I'm sorry.
And right.
I think if we're all gonna start fresh, right? I mean, here's the deal, right? We got a day and a half left here. We've really accomplished a lot of great things here, and you know, aside from the emotional and somewhat physical threat that we've encountered, which hopefully is not, there's zero tolerance moving forward for any of that. Let's try to finish up strong and see what we can do, you know, again, moving forward with any future projects. And I think that how we finish is going to dictate how we move forward from here, in my opinion. I think being a crew lead is a title, but there's merit that goes into your ideas and your leadership style that needs to be, you need to get buy-in from your team. It can't just be, I say this because I have this new, you know, title.
Absolutely.
And so I think it seems like, you know, maybe some of these issues are related to that. I think ultimately at the end of the day, you can't dictate. You have to get group buy-in, and I think making sure that everybody's just in agreement or willing to try different tactics and feel it out.
You know, even like on Saturday, like we went over to the first section that Fo and Joe were working over on the north side of A, where that mid clip was missing. Mm-hmm. And I was suggesting that we just start over here on the new section, and Joe was very adamant about we're starting over there. Yesterday, Fo told me that he had directed Joe not to touch it until everything was in, that they were going to come back, that they had a process. So not only did Joe override Fo, Joe overrode me, and I went with them just to be easy with the crew. We'll go over there and handle the situation.
He's talking about that mod that with the broken mid-clip, how we left that gap and said that we were going to go back and once we had a clip, throw in the mod, finish that row, call it good. I had that Saturday off. When we came back, I guess we just went with, let's shuffle the whole array down and leave the end one, right? That's what John was talking about earlier with.
Right. And so we scooted this 1 foot section. We just scooted this. Can I finish? Can I?
Situation that's gone down here.
We're nitpicking. Isn't this what we're nitpicking?
I don't think you're getting.
I just feel like I'm being talked down to right now again. Like what you're doing right now, I feel like you're talking down to me again. And so. Well, if you wanted to connect with me, then we could have connected last week. And when I came to you, like, what am I doing wrong? How am I not getting through to the crew, dude?
What did I tell you?
You told me that was something I had to work out with my managerial skills or something along those lines.
I told you.
And so I asked you for some feedback, and then you were just like, well, figure it out yourself. So, yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I asked you for advice. I know, but it happened on that day when they said I was going to be the supervisor. I believe it was that day. I don't think there was ever any respect at the first place. I don't think you ever respected me, ever.
I give everybody the benefit
No, you don't even say,
Who
like,
would I hear somebody
I didn't hear
say
one
fucking
person
stupid
congratulate me
bitch
out here for
every
getting that
fucking
supervisor
sentence?
position.
I don't
Nobody was like,
think
congratulations, John. I've seen you hustle. I've seen you stay late. I've seen you have these great ideas.
You know,
I've
I
seen
don't know
you.
how many
Good
times
job,
Joe
man.
said,
Thank
"Hey,
you.
you're doing a great job."
Well, no, I was
Giving-
talking about everybody else.
I'm giving you every
That's cool.
opportunity to succeed.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I guess they don't want me here, man. So, you know, I don't know if my crew that I worked with yesterday wants to still work together. But
We gotta get this job done.
yeah, I mean,
That's the highest #1 priority. They can be fine. We can get this shit done.
I just feel like really attacked right now, man. Like if this was
sorry
a
you
problem
feel that way,
before, I feel like it could have been brought up before, and now I just feel like I'm being like, you know, like right now I feel like everybody's like staring. I'm over here being judged, you know.
I feel
So-
like, John, I feel sorry for you at times because I feel like you have like these clear glasses
Yeah.
that people are being prejudiced against you in a sense.
Well, I just don't understand like if right.
Let
You
him
take that out on
And,
Go
me.
ahead.
in some cases that may be true, and I'm not saying that you
Mhm.
haven't experienced those things in your life. I'm not trying to discredit that.
Sure.
I highly doubt any type of like 100.
I mean, it's hard for me to explain how the fallacies that go into people, because what's happening right now is called gaslighting, and so like if I feel it and then you tell me it's not happening, what you're trying to do is convince me that my reality is not actually true. Can I just let you speak, man?
Okay, I'm sorry.
And so when everybody here just now, when they say, can I speak, and I be quiet and I let you speak, and then I'm speaking and then you go across what you just asked of me, and then you do that I feel is also like a type of prejudice. It's the type of you saying that I have to be held to this standard while you don't need to be held to this standard. So check yourself on it, is what I'm saying. Because it is real. And as the only minority really on this working crew,
That's not true on Cuban.
it's not white Hispanics is not the same as being a black person in this society.
I'll agree with you there.
Okay, so this is not a race thing. You're not a race minority. You're an ethnic minority, or like, but that's not the same thing. So by you comparing it means you don't really get it. That's okay, and that's okay because we can talk about it, man.
Standing right next to you has
I said on the working crew,
as much
on the.
prejudice as you
Hold on,
have.
Okay.
hold on. But I guess at the end of the day, like, there's a different way to express your frustration.
But
And
I've
what it sounds like is there's some really underlying frustration, tension, like dissatisfaction that you're feeling, and you're taking out in a hostile way.
I don't think I've been hostile about it. I just like
I
when
disagree.
okay, when I just think I've been stern and trying to stand for myself with like nobody really having my back about it. So that's where I'm at. And I am frustrated. Yes, after this week, it's been rough. You know, I thought there would be some more. You know, I thought Bo would have my back more when we're trying to work out the process in the beginning. Like collaborate. We have ideas. We all talk about it, and we move forward. But even in this past week when I was working with them, it was still having to go over conversating about like where are we going to start loosening, where are we going to start sliding, you know, how are we going to take these mods out, and it came down even to the other day that they were struggling on the last mod, like, you know, forcing it in and out, and you know, Jan was holding it while Connor came off my crew to help them loosen and slide the last 5 mods. And I'm not trying to nitpick, I'm just saying, like, I try to come up with a process that would make it easy. When I went over...
And I appreciate that. I think people need to be willing to receive your feedback or receive your input, and I think it sounds like there's not a good ground of trust and health and respect
Right.
to, like, offer that.
But what I see is, like, if I say it to the crew, they won't listen to me. If I say it to Foe, and Foe repeats it to the crew, then it has more of
Which
a merit.
reaffirms, once
Right,
again, my
right.
point that until you have developed that respect and trust with the team,
Sure.
what you say doesn't matter as much as the weight it carries due to the meritocracy that you've earned through the respect and trust of your team.
Right.
And so leadership is all about earning the respect of your team.
Right. And I thought I did that by working with these guys from the last 2 jobs, but obviously it's not true. You know.
I think it takes 5 times as much effort to gain respect and only one thing to do wrong to lose respect.
Sure.
And any of these negative threats, actions, like scenarios can result in everybody losing trust and respect and feeling threatened by you.
Mm.
And like that's just a fact of life. Like if you do something to threaten me,
Right.
I'm gonna shut down. I'm not gonna listen to what you have to say. I'm gonna just kind of tone you out, even if what you're telling me is accurate or true.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just feel threatened, and I'm no longer in a place where I wanna or I have trust. And I think that's a thing that you really need to be aware of.
Oh, I'm very
Because
aware.
even if folks on your team, these guys that you're gonna work with today, feel okay with the scenario,
Mhm.
they see how everybody else is feeling threatened, and it's gonna be cancerous.
Sure.
And I don't want you to feel like you're getting ganged up on right now, but I also want you to be aware of like just like this is a very like important like growth moment for you to realize like
Absolutely.
the impact that you're having on other people is a negative impact.
Okay.
John, I hope you can meet me. I hope you can meet me in the middle with this. This feeling that you're having about having a certain feeling, but it not resonating with the rest, and therefore feeling misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
It goes very much both ways, in which your actions make a lot of people feel a certain way, and you're not aware of it. Like it just kind of goes over it, and that's concerning.
I just like I just don't know when it started. Like
It's been
we've
a
all
build-up
been
from
like
jump,
kind of
man.
from the very first day.